You're back. You're listening to Occupy the Media. I hope you heard that ad earlier. Very important. I'm definitely going to be playing that a couple of days of the week, if not all throughout the week, because it needs to be heard. Mitt Romney and Obama are the same. But the break before that, we did talk about video cameras starting to spy on you in the movie theaters. So they're talking about that. So that's coming to a theater near you. And supposedly you ain't going to know about it. So I'll put the video up later on my YouTube page and my Facebook. Again, on my YouTube, Paco757. Facebook, Paco Elijah. Okay, so I had this other clip that I wanted to play here. Let me see, which one was it that we were going to go jump into. Also, don't forget that I will be back on 3 p.m. Eastern Time today on RonPaulRadio.com. So you guys be sure to check me out. Okay, so let's see here. Yes, you can get up to 10 years in prison for protesting now. So, more great news, more police state. We're going to go in and play that clip here. And this is also with Judge Napolitano. So they've been getting him on quite a few to talk about these legal issues. All right, so let's go in and play that clip right now.
Welcome back. Congress can't agree on a long-term budget plan, but they have agreed on one thing. It should be illegal to protest near the president or the Secret Service. Is that an assault on free speech? Let's talk to Fox senior judicial analyst Judge Andrew Napolitano. Good morning to you,
Good morning,
Judge.
Stevie. The answer to the question is yes, it is an assault on free speech. You have the right to make your opinions known in such a way that you're not blocking traffic and you're not blocking pedestrians. If the president's car goes by, you could say, hey, Mr. President, we love you. We hope you get reelected, or start packing.
Sure. You know, everybody wants to make sure that our president is safe. But the Secret Service not only providing security in this instance, but essentially you're saying they're checking the content of signs and whatnot.
This is a very dangerous piece of legislation. There were no committee hearings on it. There was no debate on it. And the president signed it in secret. It was passed unanimously by the Senate, and only 3 members of the House of Representatives voted against it. It basically lets the Secret Service decide who gets near whoever they're protecting, not just the president. It could be Hillary Clinton. It could be the vice president. It could
Romney,
be Mrs. Obama. Exactly. And the Secret Service can make that decision on the basis of the content of your speech. So if you have signs that say, start packing, Mr. President, the Secret Service can whisk you away. If you have signs that say, we love you, Mr. President, the Secret Service will let you stay, or has the authority to let you stay. That is using governmental power to discriminate on the basis of your opinions, the content of your speech. That's what the First Amendment was written to prevent the government from doing.
Well, even though most Americans haven't heard about this, so you got to look at some of the penalties. If you are charged, fine and prison term up to 1 year or up to 10 years if firearm is used or serious injury is caused as well. What are they trying to do here?
I think they're trying to insulate people in the government from the opinions of the rest of us. Remember, this statute...
They're building a wall.
Right. This statute doesn't say there's a bubble around the president. This statute says there's a bubble wherever the Secret Service wants the bubble. Right. It's letting the Secret Service, we know that some of them are great and some of them are not so great, deciding where we can stand when we protest. That is a profound violation of the First Amendment. The government doesn't seem to care about our civil liberties anymore, and the American public need to know that. Fox received emails from a family in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. The president's motorcade was coming down our street. We were standing in our front yard with our infant children. The Secret Service made us get out of our front yard and go into our house because they didn't want the president to see us.
Oh, my
That's
goodness.
not America.
That is unusual. All right. Well, I'm sure they had a good reason, right?
They didn't give one.
Okay.
And they shouldn't have
Get
that
on it.
authority. You should be able to stand on your own property.
Just to wave. I mean, that's
Absolutely.
historic. The president doesn't drive by every day.
Right.
Unless you live at 1700 Pennsylvania.
Steve, we're watching these things.
You are. All right. Judge Andrew Napolitano, we thank you very much.
Pleasure.
All right. What do you think
So
about
if the
that?
president comes by your house, remember, you better get back in the house. We don't want no problems. We don't want no protesting. If you protest Obama, you're a racist. You're a racist. I told everybody earlier or in the last show, somebody told my friend at the Ron Paul tabling event that he was a traitor for voting Republican because he's black. It's amazing, man. It is very amazing. So now we can't protest no more. And somehow, remember all those people that were trying to sell T-shirts with Martin Luther King and Obama's face next to each other and Malcolm X. And I was, this is a joke. This is an embarrassment. It's a slap to Martin Luther King's face. And look, what did Martin Luther King say about this? We can't protest no more. I mean, this is amazing, man. Anybody who has Secret Service. The people who have Secret Service, why do they have Secret Service? I mean, you know, I don't know if I'm wrong about this. I'd have to go back and check. But if I'm not mistaken, you know, in history, didn't the leaders, the people that ran the country, the leaders, I mean, weren't they able to come amongst the people with no problem? Maybe I'm wrong because there's a lot of dictators in the past, so I know they had security too. But I mean, I would think if you're a leader and you're supposedly got a lot of supporters out there because they make it seem like Obama does, and he does, why can't you just walk out with the people regular? Why you need all of this? You know what I'm saying? I can understand you got your people with you or your crew or whatever. Why you need all this Secret Service for? If the people loved you, you wouldn't be worried about your safety. You know, the people would protect you. You know, if anybody tried to do anything to you or lay hands on you, the people would respond. Let somebody go and try and touch Ron Paul. They're going to have a problem on their hands. They're going to have a whole crowd holding them down. So, you know, and I'm pretty sure Ron Paul knows that. You know, people are willing to take bullets for him. So if you're loved by the people, you don't need all the Secret Service. You don't need to worry about someone coming to get you and kill you. You're touchable just like another human being is. But a lot of people would think twice before laying their hands on you if they know the people love you, because then they got to worry about the people catching them and then the people taking care of them. You know? So it's crazy. What else do we got going on here? I think I had some other clips that I wanted to play. Just put up some new stuff. I'm going to check it out here for you guys here before we head to the end of the show. Yeah, actually, we're coming up in the last couple of minutes, so I don't know if I have anything else. Coming up later on at 3 o'clock, I got some clips I may play. FAA could license 30,000 domestic drones. Unarmed illegal immigrant, it comes to light, gets tased to death. Now, I know we're not for illegal immigration, but we're all people. We're all, you know, brothers, sisters, black, white, brown, no matter who you are. And if the cops are going to do this to illegal immigrants, they're going to do it to us too, you know? What did Martin Luther King say? Injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. You know, no one deserves that. I don't care if you are trying to sneak into the country. You're doing it because you're trying to survive. I mean, if you come in here guns blazing and stuff like that, then yeah, the cops going to take care of you. But this guy was down. He has, like, I'm looking at the clip. There's about 10 cops around him, like in a circle. He's on the ground. They're telling him to stop resisting arrest, and he's getting tased. He ends up dying. Got his whole family here in America and everything. You know, it's sad, man. The police, how all these cops just standing around just looking. Just, like, they're so desensitized to seeing someone being tortured, and they're just okay with it. Like, you don't stop your fellow officer, like, it's crazy, man. And this is why cops get a bad rep. And for the good cops that's out there, man, I don't even know what to say to you, because you blend in with these guys. You know, this is all we know. This is all we see. I don't really have too many good experience with cops. I have a lot of bad experiences, but I have a clean record though. Never done anything. I don't do nothing wrong. But experiences with the police, it'll show you the truth. It'll show you how the police really is, and how they get down and how they can get down. You know, so, and now it's getting to the point where they don't even care if the camera's on. It'll be their own videos that catches them in the act. They don't care. Ain't nothing gonna happen on them. They're just gonna go on vacation and get paid leave. So we're gonna talk about more police brutality later on in the show. We're gonna start getting interviews again. I don't know if we're gonna have anyone on today, but we are gonna start getting into more interviews. Also, if you haven't heard, Iran is working on cloning our U.S. spy plane. The U.S. government says, reported on CNN, 10 more years in Afghanistan. So, yeah, it's amazing, man. The majority of the people want to be out of war, but they still promoting it. They still making agreements. You know, 2-3 presidents out. It's crazy, man. So, more war in Afghanistan. But that's okay. We got good news. If you haven't heard, Ron Paul one Louisiana, Minnesota, Iowa, Massachusetts, and Alaska. I think that's the 5 that we need.